Happy Friday, YouTube. I don't really have a whole lot to share. Everything is pretty much the same since the last What We're Reading I did, but I didn't want to go another week without updating, so here we are. So I finally finished the Lunar Chronicles. I finished Winter, which is the last book in the series. This book is really, really long. It's over 800 pages. I don't really know, like I'm still kind of processing. It's not that I didn't like this book, I just had a really hard time getting into it, and it took me a really long time. For me, I think it took me like almost 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that to read it, which is really unlike me, you know. But I also had a lot going on these past 2 weeks, so maybe that's why. I think a big part of it for me was that two of the main characters, Scarlet and Wolf, I didn't really like. They kind of annoyed me. So whenever I got to one of the chapters that was written from their point of view, I would be tempted to put the book aside and take a break for a while and do something else. Sorry, it's like really gloomy and rainy here today, so my lighting's not good. I need to have my overhead light on, but it's making a bunch of glare. Anyway, I read Wraith, this graphic novel based on Nosferatu by Joe Hill. I thought that this was gonna be just like I read the graphic novels for the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, and they were basically just a retelling of the books but in graphic form. And so I thought that that's what Wraith was gonna be, but it was not at all. It's the same characters from the story, or some of the same characters from the story. But you see a different, it's a different story though, is what I'm trying to say. So I really enjoyed that, and then I finally started working on all these Walking Dead books that my husband ordered. I think I talked about this in my last What We're Reading, that he had ordered 4 when I was in the middle of the Lunar Chronicles, and I didn't know if I was going to get to read them. But I finished book 8. I'm not going to open it, don't open it, because spoilers, but I don't really know what to say about these books. I never want to say anything because I don't know where the show is at, and I don't want to spoil things for people. So I am enjoying this, and I think I said in my last video that if Carl didn't die, I hope I said Carl and I'm not spoiling it right now, but anyway, I said that if Carl didn't die, I was pretty much just going to be out. Well, Carl didn't die, but I'm still not out, because I don't know. The story has just taken kind of a cool twist, and I'm into it again. I'm still very slowly making my way through the House of Mirth by Edith Wharton. I'm actually really enjoying this as far as classic novels go, but I am listening to it as an audiobook and then occasionally following along in the paperback when I'm able to or when I feel like it. So listening to audiobook always goes a lot slower for me because they read out loud a lot slower than I read in my head. And then I'm almost done with The Walking Dead book 9. So yeah, there's not really anything to say about that. I'm just moving along. And then my TBR is pretty much the same. I still have The Handmaid's Tale. I have Rosemary, the Hidden Kennedy Daughter. Deconstructing Penguins is my nonfiction, hopefully this month. I don't know if I'm going to make it. And then I have The Walking Dead books 10 and 11. I sent back Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho, I want to say. I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know, but I sent it back because it was going to be due definitely before I could get to it, so I took that back, and I'll just reorder it, and hopefully I can get to it next time it comes to me. So that's it. There's not a whole lot going on in my reading life right now. There's too much happening in my real life. We started homeschooling this month, and the past 2 weeks in particular have been really crazy. Just between homeschooling projects and house projects, and we bought a new car, and yeah, it's just been really crazy around here. So anyway, that's all I have for you as far as updates on what we're reading right now. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.